Yo, what up? What up? What up? Let me make sure that everything is good. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, 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 welcome to another Thursday night with your man Tech King Mike. So, oh man, um, tonight is going to be kind of a free for all. I really ain't got no plan. I ain't got no topic. Just gonna talk. Actually, I do have a topic. We're gonna talk about YouTube tonight. We're gonna talk about how to do YouTube, the proper way to do YouTube. We're gonna talk about that tonight. So as I already ran through the chat, but I'm gonna run through it one more time. We got the homegirl of tech, Gadget Goddess, is in the house. What up? What up? That man Barry Johnson is in the building. Uh-oh. Cut the notification off on the phone. Don't need that going off. Magic Mike West is in the house. Hey, Kia 2 Technical is in the building. How's it going? My man's technically T. What up, Brody? Hey, holla at your boy. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m., that man's channel, The Ignorant Hours. Tech Valor is in the building. Hey, the Smoke Session Podcast. EJ, what's good with you, bro? What up with you, man? Jason C is in the house. What up, man? Jason, just wanted to say thank you for stopping by and thank you for the support. Jason, thank you for stopping by. And again, prayers and condolences to your family on the services today. Hope it was a beautiful homegoing, and I hope you guys, continue to find some type of peace in these days ahead. So prayers up for you and your family, especially your wife. I know that must be pretty difficult. Let's see. Perspective Gaming. What up, Chris? What up, Chris is in the building. Charles is in the house. James is in the house. What up, James? Scoopafly is in the building. And my man Sean Williams is in the house. All right. So now that we done ran through the chat, if anybody else pops in, I'm sure StreamYard will let me know as anybody pops through. But yeah, man, tonight we are going to talk. We might not even last the full hour because I'm going to go ahead and keep it a whole $100,000 with y'all. I developed a ignorant ass migraine on the way home from work, and I just popped like 3 Advils. So we might get about 30, 45 minutes through this thing, and then I might tap out. So we're going to see how this goes. But yeah, man. So, all right. So my man Chris said he is working himself. Okay. Hey, man. Hope work is going good for you. Jason said much appreciated. For sure, man. Like I said, I can only imagine, bro. That's hard. But yeah. So let's go on and jump right on into the madness, shall we? Now there was some action today. Okay. Let me back up a little bit. There was some action today on Twitter that thought was really interesting. So my man's technically T put out a tweet, and to summarize the tweet, to give y'all a brief synopsis, it was just essentially saying that for him, he feels more comfortable not doing the whole if you're enjoying this stream, make sure you drop a subscribe and a like and a comment type of thing in his videos. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody Everybody has their own way of doing things. And he even said in the tweet, that that was how he felt, but respected the decision of others. Now, here's the thing for me. That tweet uh it somehow burned down Twitter today because a lot of people got really into, reading into it too deep. I felt like some people took it sideways, and yeah, I'm just kind of watching from the sidelines. Like this, I feel like this is going way south. Like I feel like this is going in a direction it doesn't need to even be approaching, if that makes any sense, right? So as I'm watching everything unfold, I'm watching replies and I'm watching subtweets. I'm watching a lot of stuff happening, and it just kind of got me to thinking, what is the right way to do YouTube? Because on the one hand, we're told subscribers don't matter. But then on the other hand, we're told you should ask for subscribers. On the one hand, we're told, fuck that algorithm. On the other hand, we're told the algorithm is the people. Like it just, it just seems like there's a lot. Right. And pardon my language. I'm gonna go on and say it right now. This is not a PG stream, so I will probably be demonetized. So super chats are wide open. But it kind of irked me because there's this belief, right? Philosophy that some people say everyone should have a YouTube channel. I don't think that's true. I don't think everybody should have a YouTube channel because some people really do this shit for fun. Some people do this for fun. They don't do this to make money or pay rent or pay bills. They do this because they want to have a good time. Whether they're creative with the camera, they're creative with their editing and their storytelling, they have a good personality in front of the camera, whatever their reason is, people have reasons for doing what they do. But I just find it really, I just find the narrative to be kind of ass backwards to me, if that makes any sense. I just find it really to be ass backwards. So, and we're gonna get more into it, but I'm gonna catch up on the comments here for a second. So I see my man Eric Drummond is in the house. He said, "What's good, bro? How's everybody doing?" I don't know what it is, but I feel like a slow night tonight. Hey, Eric, it ain't just you, man. It ain't just you. This has been a slow night. It's just a slow day, period. Today was a real chill day, working, driving, and everything, and it's just been a slow day today. Ignorant migraines suck. Boy, Scoop, who you telling? It feels like I feel like my temples are going up and down more than the levels on this roadcaster. Let's see. PG said, thanks, Mike. Oh, for sure, for sure. Hey, T said, people get too sensitive over my tweets. And we're going to talk about that too. Major salute from TK's Garage. What up, TK? How you doing, Brody? How you doing? Let's see. Soft ass peoples. Hey, Barry. That's why I stay off of Twitter. A whole lot of sensitive feelings. People reading into things too much. Let's see. Gadget got us with them eyeballs staring. Do YouTube however you want. Screw what anyone says. I'm going to leave that comment up. Eric said, viewer discretion is advised. I got you. This isn't my job. This is my escape from my everyday. Exactly. So here's the thing, man. Y'all know what I do for a living. I own a semi truck. I am hoping and praying that, Lord willing, with hard work, grinding it out and hustling in a healthy way, because I'm not one of them people that hustles till they're dead. I hustle till I'm tired. Then I go to sleep and I get up the next day and do it all over again. But Lord willing, with a little bit of hustle, I'll have another truck or a newer truck by this time next year, if not sooner. I don't give a I don't give a fuck how much money YouTube pays me. I really don't. And I don't have, I don't make a lot on YouTube, right? I don't make a lot on YouTube. I'm not ashamed to say it. I might make $100, maybe more. Depends on how good the month before it was, right? But I'm not one of those people that treats this like this is the end game. I will go on record and say, you will never hear me say that I'm quitting my job to be a full-time content creator until this can replicate at least 3 times the income that I currently make. If it can't do that, I'm not going to do it. And even then, I still don't want to do it because I feel like at that point, it goes from being a fun thing that I do to being a job. And I don't like that. YouTube is one of those things where I can have fun with it, right? And if you think about what do you see me doing on YouTube, right? Mondays I be chilling. I need to get more consistent at putting a video out, but I try my hardest to be consistent with the stuff that I do. But at the same time, you see me on a lot of live streams having a good ass time, right? I be chilling, drinking, whatever, and I see people like my man Eric from Easy Computer Solutions. I'm gonna use him as an example because we was actually having a conversation about this brother earlier, and he is probably one of the best examples that I can use for that. This man has 50,000 damn subscribers. Now, just think about this. 50,000 subscribers. Okay? Now, yeah, MKBHD has 12 million, LTT has 12 million, Unbox Therapy has 17. You got people with hundreds of thousands. Cool, that's whatever. We'll do whatever. But just think about it like this, people. 50,000. Can you put 50,000 people in your house? No, you can't. You can't even put 50,000 people in your apartment complex. I know I couldn't. But why am I bringing that up? Because this man drinks on his live streams. He buys whatever the fuck he wants. He talks however the fuck he wants. He makes thumbnails however the fuck he wants. And he is consistently growing after 4 years of doing this. See, this is the conclusion that I've come up to, right? This is the conclusion that I've come to. People don't want to see you grow when you're having fun. That's what I think it is. I really feel like people don't want to see you grow when you're having fun. And the thing is, other people feel like they know what fun is. Right? Everybody thinks that they have their own definition of fun. Everybody thinks that they have the idea of what fun is. Your definition of fun might be different from mine, but to me, when I have fun, I have no obligation to anything. And so as I'm watching the responses in the comments to this tweet that T put out, and I'm thinking about the poll that Trenton put out that he used and brought up in it as well, it just kind of hit me that I feel like content is king, right? Content is king. I see some comments, and I'm going to get into the comments in a section, but I'm going to say it again. Content is king. If you are going to take the time to get in front of this camera, it doesn't matter how many times you say, whether it be in the beginning, the middle, the end, the little end cards, the little graphics you put up. It doesn't matter how many times you tell somebody or you ask somebody nicely, hey, make sure if you're watching this live stream and it's your first time watching, shout out to all 28 of you currently watching, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you don't like my content, why am I asking you to subscribe? My content should speak for itself. Period. It should never be the other way around. You wouldn't go apply for a job, right? And tell the people, please give me the job. Well, motherfucker, do you have a resume? Can you do the job? No, but please please give me the job. What? Like, no, that's not how this works. That is not how this works. And if anybody disagrees with that, that's fine. Because I can disagree with people and not be so easily offended. But I also will say this: that's cool. If I stay at 1,600 for this whole, I have a personal goal. I said I wanted to try to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Now, that's not because I want money. That's not because I want the metrics or the data. That's because I want to build a community. And if I stay at 1,600 for the whole year, then guess what? That means I got 1,600 real ass people that follow me. And I'm cool with that because I follow them too. So I'm straight with that. I'm cool. But I just feel like I just feel like the whole thing went over a lot of people's heads of what T was trying to say. And Trent even put a poll out, and we'll get into that in a second. And I see I see. I don't know. Maybe some people were watching that weren't fans of it because I literally went from 28 to 20 people watching. So sorry if you weren't a fan of that, but if you are a fan of it, thank you for still being here. So let's see what we got here. So my man's my Onyx said, "This isn't my day job; it's my escape from every day." Hey, DCJ, what up, bro? How you doing, man? I am on YouTube to have fun. Fuck everything else. And Gigi is a perfect example of that. So Gigi bought a Galaxy Z Fold 2, right? And Gigi decided that she wanted to put some case videos out about it because she likes cases. YouTube tried to put her in that bubble of like, oh, she does fold cases, so we're gonna put her in this bubble. This motherfucker here went and put a damn video out about Baby Yoda. Why? Because she wanted to, because it's her channel and because she had fun with it. Now, that being said, I haven't seen anybody tell her, "Oh, you're going about this the wrong way. The numbers don't lie." Because nobody really gives a shit. All right? Nobody cares. I think people think about it too long and too hard. I think people get so caught up in the number game that they forget that you still have to provide content. And that's the thing. That's why I keep saying content is different. And everybody is different. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you do YouTube full time, do YouTube full time. And that's awesome. I am not going to knock anybody who does this full time because I recognize I get tired. All right. Now I'm gonna keep it a whole 100% buck. One of the reasons why I am so inconsistent with YouTube because I sometimes dread getting in front of the camera. I'll record a video real quick. I get just like I'm doing this stream right now. I get in front of the camera and just blah 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 blah, smoother than the cream cheese on your bagel, my man. What's good with it? But at the same time, when it comes to sitting down and editing, like I just sometimes I'm like so those people that do it full time, dog, I salute. I salute and I grind and I appreciate and I respect the hustle. I just wish that everyone could respect everybody's opinion. And I wish that people could see something without getting so flustered or so frustrated about someone else's opinion, right? If I see that somebody feels different from me, my first response is not to pop off at the mouth cussing. It's not to go off on that person. It's not to take what they said and take it the wrong way. It's to just kind of say, oh, well, it's a difference of opinion. I might not agree with you, but hey, here's what it is. You what you eat don't make me shit, and who you fuck don't make me come. Period. So I just, I wish that I wish that we could get back to the point of not being so personal, not being so um unable to understand someone else's point of view. I feel like there are those people who do this because they want to make money. They want to earn an income. They want to earn a living off of it. And like I said, I salute you. But we cannot confuse those individuals with the individuals that just do this because they just like doing it. You know, like we can't. And the minute that we start to blur that line and treat people how we think they should be treated or talk to people how we think they should be talked to is the minute that we are no better than what we all stand and fight against over the last several years in equality and things like that. And I might be getting a little bit too deep, but that's just how I see it. Now, let me keep going with this. Charles says, screw that, would never take a risk doing YouTube as a full-time gig. I've always looked at it as a fun hobby. I'm going out there in the real world grinding. And that's cool. Like I said, everybody looks at it differently, man. Everybody looks at it differently. James said, with the amount of revenue Google makes on YouTube with their paid channels, is the least they can do. Artists should be compensated for their hard work. No doubt. People who do this full time be stressed as hell. And you know what, T? I've seen people who do it full time that ain't stressed. Like it is what it is. I just want YouTube to be able to fund my tech obsession. And that's fine. That's fine, dog. Because I know people who literally just want their channel to be able to fund what they buy. And that's cool. Like there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. A man said, preach, come in and you spitting facts. And man, I'm just trying to be, honest, man. I ain't trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I ain't trying to get no awards or nothing. Can we go back to what's for you is for you? Thank you. You can encourage and advise, but you still have to remember people have their own goals and ambitions. Said yes, tell them again. If you like content, if you like the content, yes, in big letters. Let's see. Another person's head is a stupid place to keep your happiness. Your destiny is in you. Woo! I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that there. Olin Jesse, I like that. Personally, I really don't care who does what with their channel. Tell people to sub. Don't tell people to sub. It ain't my business. Exactly. And if somebody says publicly that I tell people to sub, cool. Somebody says I don't tell people to sub, cool. It's not. It don't make me no never mind. It's your channel. You do what you want with it. At the end of the day, as long as you are happy and as long as you are okay with what you're doing and you have results, you have data, you have things that show that it works for you, then by all means. But if somebody says that they don't want to do it, that I just, to me, it's like that's not your position to run in and say, nah, this is why you should, because that person might not want to do it. So, nah, at the end of the day, that's why it's called YouTube. YouTube. You are the tube. You are the channel. Nobody else is the channel. I am my channel. I am my channel. Y'all might see a live stream with people on here as guests, but at the end of the day, I am the channel. You don't see anybody else on here but me. So therefore, if I want to say, hey, subscribe to the channel, that's me. Nobody can knock me for saying it. If I say I don't want to say it, okay, anybody gonna knock me for saying it. You will see some graphics because techvalor.net techvalor.net got some graphics that you might want to put in your video that have a little nice like, comment, and subscribe. And you will see some of those because techvalor.net techvalor.net has some of those. So you will see some of that. But that's about it. My man's El Jefe said the answer is different for everyone based on their goals. No answer is going to be right for all. You got to do what works best for you, or you got to do what works for you based on your goal. Set the goal, then take actions accordingly. El Jefe, study the game. I'm gonna tell y'all, man, I respect the hell out of El Jefe because this dude, El Jefe he know. Jeffrey knows. I got a lot of respect for Jeff. He said, bro, it's sad, but that's the world that we live in. When people don't agree with your opinion, they try to change it because they want it to be right. Everybody else is entitled to their opinion. There you go. It's crabs in the barrel mentality. I would love to do YouTube full time and make a living off of AdSense. I just love making videos. Tech Valor, you make some really good videos. You really do. And I think that Tech Valor is somebody who would probably really do a good job at YouTube full time. I couldn't do it because I'm not, like I said, I'm not consistent enough. I don't think I could do it. But she also has a nice website called techvalor.net. And like I said, you could really get some nice graphics so that if you do not want to say like, comment, and subscribe, you can go over there and get a nice little placeholder. They have some that go across the bottom of the screen, just like her website is currently going across the bottom of the screen. So make sure that you check out techvalor.net. Let's see. Smoke Session said LOL. Spec Tech said exactly. Go over to techvalor.net. She will have you right. Exactly. Not just graphics, intros, outros to your videos. You might even be able to get a website made for you. T said, I just feel like people come at me more than anything on Twitter. T, you go against the grain. And that's not to say that everybody else is going with the grain, but I don't understand it. I mean, personally, I don't understand it either. But I will say that I do feel like you have your opinion, and that's cool. Can nobody take that away from me? Jesus Christ. So I took my ring off for a second because my finger was kind of swelling up, and I put it over here behind the MacBook. And I guess the heat from the MacBook warmed it up because it was pretty hot just now when I put it on. So that was interesting. Appreciate you, Mike. Hey, El Jefe, I appreciate you, bro, because you done helped me out way more times than I can count, and you always keep it real. And like my man Floss said, look at that profile picture. Look at that profile picture, man. El Jefe is a motherfucking warrior, man. That's a motherfucking warrior right there, man. Look at that profile picture. You had to be there to understand. You had to be there to understand that El Jefe is a warrior. You had to be there to understand. Also, that's the reason why I don't have a hat on in my profile picture anymore because you had to be there to understand. You had to be there to understand. Thanks, y'all are so sweet. Hey, let's see. Tech to real setting it pushes me away, no doubt. Hey, Wayne Train in the building. What's popping? What's popping? Let's see. Sean, now you know, bro, I can take on everything. Let's see. Juan said, no, we must all be gurus selling the lifestyle of YouTube. There can only be one YouTube hive mind. Juan, I will never submit to the Borg. Okay. I will never submit to the hive. Resistance is always good. I will always resist. No. Oh, and speaking of which, I could actually segue not necessarily into this as the next topic, but it kind of parallels into what we're talking about right now. So, as we're talking about, data, things like that, that people are pushing, and people are not necessarily pushing on others, but they're pushing as like the narrative and things of that nature. Juan dropped a video today, and I watched it a little while ago. It's about a 6-minute video. You guys should definitely give it a shot. Give it a watch. Give it a watch. It's a really, really informative and just a really nice video that kind of gives us a view of how we are seen from the outside in. It's really easy to forget. So it's really easy to forget that we do this for the people, right? When we buy these products, when we make these videos, when we do these reviews, what do people come to YouTube for? They come to YouTube for an answer, right? They come to YouTube for an answer. And it is really, really hard sometimes for people to realize that it's not about how flashy the video is. It's not about how, it's not about how flashy the video is. It's not about, how expensive your equipment is and things of that nature. Are you providing the content, and are you providing an answer? And I really enjoyed his video because it kind of made me look at some of my own stuff. And I realized that, hey, just like he admitted in the video, I fall into the trap as well. And I'm going to go get it off of I was gonna go get it off of Twitter until my mouse decided to shortcut me out of the StreamYard. But now I'm gonna go get it off of Twitter, and I'm going to post the link for it in the chat because it is definitely something that you guys should check out. That was hilarious. That was, I swear to God, it seems like I can't go one stream without kicking myself out. I've been on a roll. I've been on a freaking roll for like 2 streams in a row, and then now here I am doing this again, kicking myself out of my own damn stream. God, this is anyway, you know what? I'll get the link after and put it in the description. I don't feel like messing with it anymore because I don't want to kick myself out again and be screwed. So we're just gonna leave that where it is. Yeah, go on and get your laughs. Go on and get your laughs. Shut up. Let's see. Resistance is futile. Yeah, well, thanks, man. I appreciate the shout. Hey, no problem, Juan. I appreciate your content. I love watching Juan's content. Juan is one of those people where when I watch his content, I love like the low key. I love the energy he puts in, especially when he's like not necessarily taking those shots, but he is like trying to make the point. And my wife and me we'll watch your videos, and it's funny because there's always that one moment where you'll be like you'll kind of give the camera that look like really, and it's like that was a jab. That was a jab. If you didn't miss it, that was a jab. He just hit you with a sneaky uppercut. So, in other news, we are at about 29 minutes in, and I believe T is actually doing a clubhouse tonight. So if anybody wants to go slide through that clubhouse and check that out, that would be pretty dope. But I think T is doing a clubhouse tonight. So in other news, I'm going to talk to you guys about something that I have been thinking about. iPhone 12 Pro Max. I've had this phone since release day. Went and picked it up November 13th at the Apple Store here in town, and I really enjoyed the phone. It's dead right now, so nothing's gonna happen if I cut it on. But I'm low key thinking about I'm kind of thinking about trying out the Apple iPhone 12 mini. And the reason why is because I've heard this statement a couple of times that iOS is better on a smaller device. And I also have a large Android on the way, the S21 Ultra. I got the notification on the way home from work today. It's shipped out, should be here by Monday. So that bad boy will be here Monday sometime. And I don't mind carrying two phones around, but I don't know, I kind of want to try the mini. Kind of want to try the mini. I don't know. It's either going to be between the mini or the SE. I kind of want to just see what happens if you downgrade for a little bit. Now the Max isn't going anywhere, but I do kind of want to just see what the hype was about. Because now that the hype has died down, and it's not necessarily about making the content. This is more like a personal experiment. Because I've never used a small iPhone. I've never used one. Never used a small iPhone. Every iPhone I have ever used has always been either a large one or the largest that I could get. And I really didn't really get into using an iPhone as a main phone until probably like the 6S plus. That's kind of when I really started. So I've always been on the large versions of iOS, and I don't know. The SE seems like it might be too small. The mini might be too small, but I see how people like see how people like T and Wayne Train and a few other folks was, capping over that mini. And so I just kind of want to see is it worth the cap? You know, is it worth the cap? Is it worth the cap to try it out? I'm curious, and I'm thinking about trying it out. So I see Charlene is in the building. Hey, Charlene. LaShawn said, I can't go join. Doop, doop, doo, doo. Birdman hands rubbing together. S21 Ultra looking like a beast. So I'm going to tell you why I'm excited about the S21 Ultra. And it's not necessarily excitement because of the big phone and the big cameras and all that other stuff, because I personally don't think that it's going to be that much of a bit of a difference over the Note 20 Ultra. But this is another reason I'm excited for it. This setup. So I use this setup. It's USB-C. Everything is one cable. So I have my MacBook Pro sitting over here off to the side, right? And everything is one cable connected to the MacBook. So I kind of want to see what happens if I tried to use Dex to do a lot of this stuff, right? Because you can open up a desktop version of Chrome on Dex. So kind of want to see, all right, let's see what happens if I plug this phone up to this one cable connection, and let's see if I can get a halfway decent, I just kind of want to see what happens, because I'll have the Roadcaster, keyboard and mouse, camera, everything in that one connection. I think it's going to be an interesting experiment. And plus, considering the fact that the phone has 12 gigs of RAM and the storage that it does, it might not have micro SD card support. Samsung, you sons of bitches. But it will still have, a lot of features in it that I think might be able to make use of Dex. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Plus, everybody talks about Dex so much that I kind of want to just see what the hype is about. If you use it as like a full time, like if you really, really use it, not just occasionally. I use Dex occasionally and wireless Dex on my TV in the front occasionally, like once, like when I had a phone with wireless Dex, like maybe once a month, if that. But I kind of want to see what happens if you use it on a more consistent basis, like every day, maybe. You know, smartphones have gotten to the point where these things are pretty powerful, and to not use one to its fullest extent, it's kind of doing it a disservice, especially when you're paying $1,000+ for one. She said, "No, don't do it. Reconsider. Read some literature on the subject. Is you sure?" Just kidding. Had to throw Three Stacks reference in there. Don't you hit me with that doop doop doo doo. Eric said, "Well, bro, if you do try that 12 mini, I'll be interested to hear your thoughts, because if it wasn't for the price tag, I probably would have tried it out already." And that is something that it is what it is. Like I said, we'll see, because I haven't quite decided yet if I'm going to give it a shot or not. I might give it a shot. I might not. It's still on the fence about if I'm going to do it. Wirely Bex, I hate you, LaShawn. I hate you. So that is pretty much all I had for tonight. I was gonna do some call-ins, but I forgot I didn't get it set up here. So maybe we'll do some call-ins next week. Maybe since we only go on for about 30 something minutes tonight, we'll put the other 30 minutes on next week's stream and do an hour and a half next week. If Gadget Chats is not running over or anything like that, maybe we'll start at 8:30. We'll go from 8:30 to 10 o'clock, and I'll have a nice we'll do a nice hour and a half, maybe have some people come on or whatever. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I think I've said enough. And I think I'm gonna go on ahead and get ready to go hit this hay and let this migraine wear itself off, because I am still throbbing in the temples over here. But I wanted to come on and talk to y'all for a little bit, and I wanted to just kind of say, do YouTube how you want to do it. Have fun how you want to have fun. Make the most of it and enjoy yourself. The poets. Now, okay, I'm gonna read a couple of comments here real quick. Said, I feel you, bro. When I get the Samsung Galaxy FE, I plan on trying to use it to replace all of my content creation needs, especially with wireless decks. Hey, I used the iPhone 5S for 3 years and was excited for the iPhone 12 mini, but it was so small and the notch was too much. That's what I'm worried about, is that notch on such a small screen. The poets, I can't wait to see your content on that HP Omen, because that thing looks like a monster of a pre-built. So I can't wait to see your content on that. But all right, folks, we are gonna go on ahead and bounce on out of here. Y'all know how I do. I'm gonna let that timer play, and we're gonna ride it on out. Make sure you check out techvalor.net, scrolling by at the bottom of the screen. And I saw love, the poets saw love, man. Like I said, we're gonna go for an hour and a half next week. So next week we're either gonna go from 8:30 to 10 or 9 to 10:30. I will decide and let you guys know when the placeholder is made. But in the meantime, in between time, stop taking things so seriously. Stop reading into stuff so seriously. Folks, just laugh every now and then. Just laugh. Just laugh every now and then, okay? Just laugh every now and then, and I will see you guys later. Real quick, if you haven't left yet, tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, the Ignorant Hours on over at Holla at Your Boys channel. All right, I'm out now for real. 9 o'clock Eastern time, the Ignorant Hours. Holla at your boy. I'm gone.